Hey, KINfolk, welcome back to Keeping It Neat Live. I am Derek, Executive Bourbon Steward.
I'm Nick, Certified Bartender.
I'm Paul, and I just like to drink whiskey.
There you remember Paul from our episodes of the Unicorn episodes. That's Paul. He just likes to drink whiskey, and
I'm Becca.
98% of us here.
98% bourbon, Becca.
I don't know if you
so
could
many
see
things
me,
you
actually.
could have gone with.
Yes, there's so many.
I could have.
You
but
could have.
I was,
Camouflage. She didn't think she'd
didn't
show
know
up. She didn't
anybody
think
could
she'd
see
show
me.
up today.
Right. I'm blending in the background.
Just blending in the background. But so, as we're getting ready for the evening here, folks, I did put out the post on the Keeping It Neat group. If you're joining us right now, the order of samples this evening will be the C sample, the A sample, and then the B sample. That's the order. We did that for everyone that has OCD and has problems. That should drive you crazy for a little while. Working on that. If you want, you can just pretend in your head and just pretend it's ABC, because that's the only thing we can do with that, because that's just the order that was decided between Paul and the Bourbon Babe, because they felt that was the best order to do it in. So that's why we're going with it right now. But so, she's working her magic over here on her phone.
It's not working.
So Nick, what's going on in your world, sir?
Well, I'm back at my job, and that's been eventful. 24 hours. Had a little bit of a scare the past week, but healthy, back at it, and good to go. No
Excellent.
COVID, no nothing. So yeah, I mean, what else helps but some whiskey, right?
Yeah, well, that's about it. That's what does help is whiskey. Whiskey always helps. That's one of the things that they do say. No, they really don't. Don't listen to that. That's not true. That's not true. I'm sure lawsuits flying in right now to Keeping It Neat. Thank you very much. Paul, what's going on with you, buddy?
I'm just trying to survive like everybody else, working.
Well, that's all we can do. That's what everybody can do, is working. Well, I'm not working. I won't be working for at least another month or so. So then I'll have to get back into the grind. So
I didn't know you had that long off.
Oh yeah, I'm not going back to like the end of October, sir. Then I'll be back.
That just means a month longer with that goatee.
Yeah, that's all that means. Exactly. I get to keep it a little bit longer. Keep it a little bit longer. But what we're going to do is for 8.5 seconds, we're going to keep you in suspense a little bit longer. So stand by. And we're back after the 8.5 second interlude. I put that in there, because I don't have to do that post at any time. It'll just go right up, and then we have our intro. But so, did you find it yet?
No, it won't work.
There it is. It's going in because we have a delay. Yeah,
It doesn't work.
What's the delay on?
I can't get my Facebook video to come up. Is anybody else having the problem?
Oh yeah, no, I can see it. I'm good. I'm in.
Yeah, I just opened it in Facebook too. So
you might have too much going on for your internet too, Becca.
Maybe.
Well, I didn't do it.
I almost
Weird.
fair heads up. I almost just took the sample and went for it.
Just whacked it down just right now. It was just too just au naturel for you, just to be, there's a glass here filled. I might start drinking it.
Also,
You only pour half.
Yeah, that's right. You want to go ease into it. We have some hefty pours here. We got the pours going on. So we did pour ours early. If you're just joining us right now, folks, we are doing the blind sip along tonight. That's the blind sip along. We don't know what we're drinking. You don't know what you're drinking. The only two people in this group right now that know what we are drinking are Bourbon Babe Becca and Paul, the guy who likes to drink whiskey. That's it. So those are the only two. So we're going to work it all out tonight and try to figure it out together what we are drinking and sipping on in our glasses. But again, if you're just joining us, the batting order for this evening for the samples will be the C sample we'll be going with first, the A sample will be second, and then we're going to go with the B sample third. We're bringing up the rear.
And also, thanks to everyone saying hi and hopping on so far. We got about 21 people. Still waiting on a few more, obviously, for the show. We sent out 26 of these samples, how would you say that? Like 26 sample kits?
Sample kits. Yeah, it's a sample kit, say. That's a good way to put it.
With this wonderful fancy logo that,
That's right. Nothing but the best. Hours and hours on the computer working on it.
Well, if you missed it, don't forget, as we always do, pour out half, save half. The best part about the show is that you try a little bit, you don't know what you like and what you don't like, right? So as you're going along, you might really like one of these more and want to revisit it afterwards. So save yourself some. Enjoy it later.
Yeah, definitely.
The other thing too is to go back.
Yes.
See, I knew it too. I was like, if Paul's, I actually told Darren today, shout out to Darren, but I told him if Paul's picking what we're having, he's not messing around. We're gonna have a nice night.
Yeah,
Let's hope so.
definitely. Yeah, let's hope so. That's what we're hoping for. And if you are new to our Facebook group and you're watching us on Facebook, right above me and Nick's head there should be a little thing that says I'm using StreamYard to do my live stream. Click on that and give all the permissions above us here, and that will be able to, then your name will actually show up in our feed here where we're looking at it on our screen, so we know who's talking, who's chatting along. We also have our stuff pulled up on our phones here so we can see some notes here, but like we got, who's this? We got Mark Kitcher and Travis James are watching right now. Hey guys, welcome aboard. We got a lot of other, Richard Morano is in. Hello, he's ready to go.
So, and the Moranos are FaceTiming each other from distance while doing our show. So they're fully multitasking. I was fully aware of that.
Wow.
Dags D'Agostino's was forced into this. I'm sorry that Tony forced you to drink tonight.
How do I
Unfortunately,
get signed up for that?
yeah, I know, right? Forced drinking. It's going to happen. Got James Finch.
Hey,
James,
James.
how you doing? Those are the people that do have their names coming up. But yeah, so if you would like your name to show up in our stream and we can pull you up like that, you will have to give the permissions to be able to do that. So without further ado, I think you guys want to start getting into maybe drinking some whiskey.
Oh, you think we're all ready?
I think we may be. Are we ready and able?
I am ready and able.
Nick has
That's
been
what
waiting. Yes, very good. So here we go. Yep,
All right,
everyone
see, people, see.
Broke my
Yep,
glass.
ski sample. You
You
make
did
sure you're
what?
drinking.
Did you really break it?
This close.
Oh man, he's overexcited.
I guess so.
I went
Nick
to go
is-
grab it and I smashed it against the sample. So
So, folks, make sure you're using the C sample. We're using the C sample first. Yeah, it doesn't. It's so far away. Becca's like showing it from over, and it doesn't matter. It's this camera,
Oh, it's
and it
that
doesn't,
good.
and it's not in focus because I don't have it on autofocus because it doesn't show up that way. But C sample first, folks. So we're getting into it. Oh, who's this? We've got Dominic Mancilla. Hi guys, I'm new to the group. How do I get samples mailed to me to be able to join? Well, unfortunately, if you're new, we did this about 2 weeks ago to get the sample kits out. So next time we have it, we always make an announcement. We let everybody know. And then it's like a first come, first served. Whoever makes the first people that comment on it are usually the ones that get in on it. Then we have a backup list. So if people do drop out and we have the kits, we can get that to the people on the backup list. So in the future, Dominic, just keep that in mind. But welcome to the group. And I'd like to welcome all our new members that are out there too. We did pick up quite a few, probably about actually like close to 20 in the last couple of weeks here. So thank you very much for joining on here. Make sure you hop on over to our YouTube channel too and subscribe and over there and get the notification button so you can see all our new material when we put that out.
okay.
And also, if you're just watching on Facebook and you're not a part of the group, you can always go to YouTube and make your comments there.
Yes, you can. Definitely. That's a nice
This
nose.
smells amazing. Like this smells fantastic.
It smells fantastic.
Oh,
There's a fruit note in there. I'm getting a little bit of the barrel. There is a little mustiness in there too. Maybe it's my glass.
so folks, we're not experts. We learned over time, just like you are tonight or have been in the past. And Paul's gonna also try to pull some fast ones on us. But where we use these tasting or not tasting, they're scent kits. Don't taste them.
Yeah, don't taste them. I think it says right on the packaging, do not taste.
But they basically list a bunch of the things that you might get. So you might get honey, you might get vanilla, you might get cinnamon, some alcohol, you might get some fruit notes in there. So usually we use this as a guide and then go off of there. You might get some spices. The point of this is to communicate. So let us know in the chat. Let us know what you're getting. We're going to let you know what we're getting too. Maybe we'll find a happy medium.
Maybe.
So something
knows?
to point out with tasting whiskey and finding notes in the palate and the nose is it's all about recall. If you haven't tried, if you don't like cinnamon and don't taste cinnamon very often, you're not going to get the cinnamon nose or the cinnamon notes because it's all about recall. It's remembering something you've had before. So if Derek's saying I find cardamom, for example, I don't know what that particularly smells or tastes like, so I'm not going to find that. But that's what most of the nosing and the tasting is, just memory recall, past experience.
Yep, definitely. It's all past experience. And I mean, I'll try to add some stuff up here, some of our Bourbon 101s videos that we've done. I'll put a link up above Nick's head for those. And we also did one, I think we did one on the tasting and a memory and how to make your own little kit like that from stuff that you have inside the house. So you can just go to that and utilize that to, if, with just some cinnamon sticks and maybe some star anise if you have that around, and you just put it in a little jar and you just open it up so you can see if you're picking that up inside there.
So we're getting some comments going, and I love it. Iris is saying she's smelling some caramel, some vanilla going on. We fight this all the time, Derek and I.
Yeah, that's
any of our episodes. We recently just recorded an episode where we were like, caramel, and then it was 100% vanilla. So
yeah,
it's so interesting and so weird, and it's always a fun guess.
It is for me and Nick. The vanilla caramel part is, for the most part, we kind of nail some of the other stuff, but then some of the stuff we're off. We say maybe we say we get a citrus note, or we're getting something maybe herbal or florally, and sometimes it's not in there. But here's the whole thing: doesn't mean that you're wrong. What you're picking up is what you're getting. I can't tell you what you're going to get when you do a nosing on something, but that could be some memory recollection you have, and it's in there. It's just not there for me, but it's there for you. So you're right. So don't ever think that you're wrong because you're not getting something that we might be getting.
A lot of people are getting flowers.
I saw that. I see a lot of people
floral.
have flowers, caramel. Oh, someone said pear. Richard Morano said pear. He's getting some pear in there.
So I know I'm getting made fun of for having time to go in on this nose, but like I can't get enough of it. I'm getting like a very candy-ish note in there without even tasting it. I don't know if it's a candy apple, candy pear, Murano. I was going to say Darren, but it's not. It's Richard. So I am getting some sort of a fruit note going on, but it smells like a candiness to it. Like if you walked past that carnival and you were like, "Give me that candy apple. I want that." Like that's what I'm getting right now.
Now we got another one of these. One of our fans here, Faith, said that for mentioning musty, she said she was trying to figure out what I was smelling until you said that, and then it was just a yes moment. So I mean, I said that as soon as I put my nose in there, it was like one of those scents. I got some barrel, and there was a slight mustiness that I was getting. So Faith was also getting, but she couldn't put her nose on. Well, literally on what it was. So.
That's why I like doing it all together, because everybody, you're getting a little something, somebody else is getting a little something. Like, oh yeah, that's what it is. And it helps to really kind of bring back all those scent memories and all that other stuff as people are like describing what they're
and
selling.
If you,
so
need
keep that up there.
If you need a reset, like Derek has mentioned in our past episodes, you take the corner of your arm, your forearm.
Your arm, just right into the
little bit.
The elbow, just right into your elbow.
Is it? No, that's your elbow,
not there, not the crutch. The crutch of your. I don't know if that's the inside, the bendy point of your elbow.
If you know the name of this, let us know. Because that's not what we do.
No, it's not. But that's how you reset your nose. If you've gone in too deep or you think you're overwhelmed with everything, just do a little reset. Just a natural way. The scent of your own body will reset your nose, and then you can go back in.
If you haven't nosed whiskey before, don't stuff your nose in the glass like you're probably seeing some of us do. You got to start from a distance and work into it. You'll find a spot where it's too much alcohol and it's too much for you. And everybody's tolerance is going to be different.
Yep, absolutely. So, you start maybe like an inch below your nose, just go back and forth. If you're not getting anything or you're getting it slightly, oh, yes, you can do this method. Waft it up to your nose. If you remember fact from our episode, you know what happens if you do that in a bar with me and Nick there.
Well, maybe we should let them know.
Oh, we could. Well, all right. So now we did that in an episode a long time ago. And we said that if we have... Yeah, it was like one of our very first ones. And if we ever saw anybody out and they looked at us, made eye contact in the bar, they could even yell, "Yo, keeping it neat." And you do this, that round's on us. If me or Nick, if we're there, that round is on us. So if we see you doing that, now it doesn't count with a beer. I don't want to see you and 30 of your buddies drinking a Coors Light and then go doing this over your beer. Sorry, not working. Only works if you have a whiskey in your hand.
Yes, and you can't say it before. You have to have the whiskey.
Yeah, you have to have the whiskey. It has to be a in the moment type of a deal. So if you see us there, you'll know.
All right, let's taste this thing. This is amazing.
Pit.
I need
That's
to get
what
it.
Aaron says. It's an elbow pit.
Darren says it's an elbow pit.
No,
all right.
Aaron.
Oh, I'm sorry. Aaron, elbow pit. Interesting. Okay, Aaron, thank you. Guess it's different out there in the far parts of Massachusetts.
Oh, can I taste this, please?
Yes. All right. Go in. Everyone, we're going to go in for a
guys.
sip if you haven't done. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, oaky. That's delicious.
Wow.
It's got a nice little hug, nice finish. Ooh, like a honey. It's a honey on the tongue. Little light baking spice. A light little pepper bite in there.
Very light, very smooth and refreshing. But like you said, I'm getting
what bars do you go to? That's part of the mystery. That's where you see us out. I can't tell you where I hang out. Come on, man.
This one. Work at once.
Yeah, we hang out at Paul's place. If you're in Paul's basement at any time and you do that, the round's on me.
This is wonderful.
It has got now that candy part that you're talking about on the nose, Nick. I'm getting that on the palate. It's like a candy. I don't know, like the cotton candy-ish, like that kind of like a flavor-ish going on.
Yeah. It's
that sugariness and
getting those floral notes we were talking about in the nose. I can't tell the caramel vanilla distinction right now, though. I think we need a vote by the people who are trying this tonight. Let us know what you think.
Definitely let us know.
Because I don't know. And we've had 3 people so far in the comments saying that they feel like they've had this before, which is even more interesting too. So, Paul, is this a popular one? Is this hard to get? Can we get a hint?
Maybe.
Is the cuticle
maybe.
The correct term for the I don't know if it is, but thank you.
Oh man. Toffee. Chris Melendi just threw it up there. Definitely some toffee going on.
You know, Clover is not crazy at all. Hey, what's going on there, sir? How are we doing, the gentleman from Old Humble?
Hey, there he is.
Hey, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, we're back live. We are back finally after about a 2-month hiatus. I think it was. We were off, took a little time, recharged the batteries a little bit.
So I've also been seeing clove thrown out there, Darren threw out there, and I would definitely say I'd agree. There's some sort of a clove, a baking spice, maybe an allspice going on in there. I would lean maybe it's allspice, but yeah, it could be clove too. Honestly, they're very similar.
Mm-hmm.
It smells so much sweeter now after I've tasted it.
Yep. You smell sweeter. You're getting that sweetness on the tongue and everything like that. I am also getting some oak in there on the palate too.
I like the pear note that somebody mentioned earlier. That's becoming predominant for me as the glass goes on.
Ray Jesus in the house. Hello, Ray.
Hey, what's up, Ray?
Little charcoal. That's probably the barrel char. If you're saying the charcoal mild, yep, I would say that. It could be the charring on the barrel. A bitter taste. Slight. Anyone else?
Getting a banana Laffy Taffy.
The bitter is probably
really?
Banana Laffy Taffy.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly. AJ just said that? Oh, he's got even a guess. So my brother's doing this in the other room, and he said he was getting the banana flavor going on too. He has a guess, but I'll wait until we think too, and then I'm going to throw his guesses out there.
I heard what he said, but I'm not getting. Yeah, I heard that.
We can actually hear
it. Good microphone.
Yeah, hey, dude, I don't mess around. I buy good stuff.
That is amazing. Friends, microphone's here, and like my brother's like pretty far away. But wow, cool. I'm going to add some H2O, folks. So when you add H2O, we only do a couple drops. I literally am using a dropper, only because what it does is sometimes it opens up those notes a little bit more without ruining it. Sometimes it ruins it, so we'll see. But hopefully it gives us a little bit more into the flavor of what's going on and the nosing.
If you don't have the dropper like we do, you can use the top of a water bottle there. Just put a little bit in there and then just pour that in. So, so that
sometimes you do way too much.
Yeah, sometimes you'll do way too much if you do the free pour from your water bottle. So just use the cap and just pour it in there.
Did you put some
I've already put some in mine. No, I thought you were doing your own. What does this look like? The dropper fairy is going to fly around here.
Yes, looks like a full service bar.
Take care of yourself.
I know. Sheesh. Tell you.
Jeez.
The work doesn't even stop when I'm here on the show. This is crazy, people.
Can I come over there?
I think the water really helped this out. I'm liking it more after.
The taste or the smell? Or both?
Both. The ethanol that I had in the nose prior is gone with the water, and it sweetened up the palate, for me anyways.
I'm still stuck on this whole
Wow.
vanilla caramel thing.
Wow, that really sweetened up the palate and everything big time. Holy moly.
I know you're not supposed to use this term, but it's so much smoother.
It is smooth.
Why
No,
can't
I
you
agree.
use that
Kind
term?
of coats.
Yeah.
It's a big controversy.
That was
to use
that's
the
a
term
huge
smooth.
controversy if you talk on any of the bourbon whiskey sites. When you mention the word smooth,
They're like, you're not specific enough.
You're not specific enough. That's just a lame term. You need to be more descriptive. I go, my whole thing is, you know what smooth is? When someone tells you it's smooth, everyone knows what smooth means. But
truthfully, I mean, like, at Keeping It Neat, we accept everyone's opinions. So smooth is acceptable.
Thank you.
I think the water made this a little more syrupy.
Yeah, we got.
That's like that coating on my tongue.
Yeah, Mike Achilles says he might be getting some apricot after the drops of H2O in there. We did say the fruit note in there, so that's definitely possible. Faith was getting a little banana. Power of suggestion there. The power of suggestion is very strong, Faith. When someone mentions a certain, like if we could say, oh, right now I'm getting citrus right now, a little orange peel, you'll be surprised when you go, oh yeah, I'm getting that.
Paul, interesting on the syrupy, because I would agree with you, and it's very weird that the water did that, because I feel like it doesn't usually do that, when you drink it, when you add that in afterwards. Right. But I would totally agree with you.
Right, and I don't think it's a syrupy texture, or maybe it's just a feel. Like a mouthfeel, it went syrupy, probably because of the increased sweetness. But I think it's better with the water.
Yeah, the water actually, I do think helped it out on the palate a lot.
Darren's asking why the water changes it. Does anybody want to tackle that?
Yeah, sure. Why does the water do that? Well, basically what the water does is when the distilleries do their distilling and they get it and they make it to their barrel proofing that they want to produce, say it's 95%, that's what the master distiller there says, this is perfect, this is what we want, this is our brand. So when you add water to it, what you're basically doing is bringing down the alcohol content. So the more water you put in there, the lower you're bringing it. Say right now this is 90%, you put some water in there. Maybe we just brought it down to like 82, maybe 80 proof right now. So by reducing the alcohol content, what you do is you increase some other things that may have been hidden behind that alcohol. So some other flavors or even nose points that you were missing before can come out because, like Paul had said, it was hidden by the ethanol. Well, now that's dissipated because you've added more water. And so you've changed the whole dynamic of it. So now different notes are coming out of the whiskey.
Dominic Mancia says it pushes the oils of the whiskey up to the surface.
Very new.
That's what I was going to say. I learned that just recently. You can actually take oils that were in suspension in the whiskey and it'll separate them and the oils come to the surface, which will change the way it tastes and smells.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, I'm very picky, but like I love this. I love the taste. I love the nose. I love the finish. I love everything about this. Truthfully, it's smooth. It's got that happy. I can't wait to guess and get it wrong. And if you don't know, folks, what we usually do on this show is Derek and I make a little bit of a chart. So we've actually already listed. I can't do the screen right now. Cab on the side. We're gonna guess the type. We're gonna guess the alcohol percentage. We're gonna say whether we think it was worth the H2O or H2 not. It's totally personal preference, obviously. And last, what our grade would be. We use something called the Chug Jug scale. Derek, you want to explain that?
The Chug Jug scale, basically what we do is if you've watched the show before and when we've been in the studio, we have our little Chug Jugs that we set up and we grade it from 0 to 5. 0 being the worst, 5 being the best. So that's how we do our little Chug Jug. That's me and Nick's personal grade on what we think of what we're drinking. Obviously, everyone's tastes are different. So if I could give something a 4, Nick could give it a 3.5. Maybe you try it and you'd go, this is terrible. It's only a 2 for me. Everyone's palate is different, but what we try to do is get the notes on it, bang those out for you, what we're getting. And then we actually read the actual notes and see how close we are. And that's what we're going to do in a little while after we put our guesses down. We're going to do that part of it. So that's really the review process for us is how we go through it. I mean, because everyone's palate is different. So, maybe, you like scotches. I like scotch too, but you like it more. But my grade's not going to ever be as high as you would grade it because you're just a scotch aficionado. So it can change. It changes a lot. So we're doing, again, the C, A, and B. That's how we're doing the samples. So I don't know if you came in late and you started off on the wrong one. I'm sorry. But I did put a post out on there that said our batting order. But I think we're going to start writing down some guesses now. You want to get into that, Nick?
I'm already starting.
Nick's ahead.
I think everybody needs to put in their own Chug Jug scores before you show yours off. So go ahead, put your Chug Jug scores in, and they'll talk about. Don't say your Chug Jug scores. Don't say your Chug Jug scores, and put yours in, and let's see what if how everybody is in comparison to you guys.
So everyone, type in your Chug Jug scores. What you think? Where you would grade this on the Chug Jug scale from 0 to 5, 0 being the worst, 5 being the best. And you can also put down, and afterwards, after me and Nick guess, then you can put down what your guess is, what you think it is, because we don't want to, you don't want to influence me and Nick any way, shape, or form.
If this comes to bite me, I'm gonna be so mad at you, Paul.
I love the blinds.
The other thing you can do too is you can put in your percentage of alcohol, what you think the percentage is with your score. That's fine. So whatever you think the percentage of alcohol in this is.
But Derek, as we're getting ready for the next sample, I think we're gonna have to get some like fancy music or something for the future. But I think
a little waiting music in the background.
Why do you put it up there?
Hey,
what time is it, Derek?
While everybody's making their guesses, now's a perfect time to put A in your glass if you get an extra glass, and let that start to open up.
Oh, yes. Very good. Take out your A samples, pour your A samples now, let them start breathing before we get into them. That's an important aspect of the whiskey world. Big snobs like Paul like to do that. They like to pour early, let it sit there, and they tell you all the time, don't touch it, leave it alone. They continually yell at you. And it was terrible having him in the studio at the time because he kept smacking me in Nick's hands, don't touch the glass. It was crazy.
You loved it.
Yes, I did. I did.
I totally just spilled all over the notes. It's like a waste to lick it off the table now.
Oh, man. I tell you.
We got some scores coming in.
Yeah, we do have Jeopardy. Yeah, well, see, I don't think I can use the Jeopardy theme just for the simple fact of copyright infringement.
What if I sing it?
Huh?
What if I sing it?
I don't know. I don't think you can even him. I don't know if you can him it along. See, I don't know. It's copy. If anybody knows copyright law, let me know on what I can use and can't use because I'm all over the place about it. I thought if we were in frame like right now and I was to play that music in the background, it doesn't. It falls into common use. And because I'm not using the whole song, just a little bit of it, but we'll see. But I don't want to get another copyright infringement thing against us as we did for Nick's 300 thing. Just putting Nick's face on a. Oh, God, look at this kid. He's just chewing away, folks. Chewing away over here.
You gotta put it up.
There it is. It's cracker time. If you have it, get to your crackers to cleanse your palate, everyone.
Music.
I know. We need the music. Yeah, I agree with you.
What's the best song for my cracker time? Post and comment, please. That's what I need. My gosh.
Okay, we've got some guesses here. We got 4s. We've got some 3s, 3.5s, 40% alcohol. Somebody said smooth jazz. Darren, okay. Mike Achilles gives it a 3. Got some 3.5s, actually 1, 2, 3 3.5s, a 3, a 3, a 3. Some 2.5s. Oh, it's not the Faith gave it a 3.5. Bill Kitchick says 4.
Tracy wants a cracker t-shirt.
Oh, a cracker t-shirt. Yeah, it's tough enough just getting doing regular t-shirts up. Never mind having a specialty.
You are on to something.
Man, I didn't realize all 3 of you are going to be wearing your black Keeping It Neat t-shirts.
Okay.
You didn't get the memo for having to say.
Here it is. Look at this. I don't know if he knows anything, but he said you'd have to say, I don't own the rights to the song if it's on while recording, or else they would delete the post. Oh, okay. Interesting. Thank you. All right, so we've got that going on. So me and Nick are going to roll over our boards now, and we're going to show our guesses on what we think we are sipping on with our C samples. So I'll go first. Nikki, Nikki, what the heck is this? I don't know.
Wow, you got nicknames now.
Yeah, we got nicknames.
Hair, isn't it?
Well, you can't really see it, but mine says bourbon. I went like 48% alcohol. H2O definitely helped it, and I gave it a 4.
Wow. We are on wicked opposite sides of the spectrum.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
What'd you have? Let's go back to one question before I reveal. You, Paul, you posted it in the group. Loved the question because it does matter. What did you eat for dinner tonight?
What did I have?
Me?
Oh. No, Derek.
Oh, I had pizza earlier, like 3 hours ago.
Okay. I had eggplant parm. So I guess kind of, I ate luxurious tonight. We made it. It was actually really good. But no, because it does change your palate. So I was just curious, like, I'm surprised you said bourbon. So I think this could bite me, but I'm going to say Scotch. I think it's a Scotch. The sweet ones like I love. I really think this is a Japanese, and I think I'm going to be very aggravated with myself because Japanese is like one of my things, and I'm going to be mad at myself. But Scotch is also 43% alcohol. I said H2 Show. Basically, I think it can go either way. And then last, a 4.5, folks, out of 5.
Wow, that's huge for Nick.
Huge.
That is huge for Nick.
Wow.
So everyone put down your guesses. What did you think that first one was? I know we had one in here. Someone said an Irish at 40%. We have you can put down what your guesses are. What did you think? What do you think we're drinking right now before we actually do the actual reveal and show what we are drinking on? Sipping on right now.
Do you know what this reminds me of? Is like, truthfully, it smells very similar to the Pappy 10-year. It's that sweetness, and it's so good, and I just need to I need more of it. Thank God Darren, I did save a little bit.
Maybe Paul, because Paul was the benefactor of a couple of these samples. Maybe Paul went out and bought the Pappy 23 year, and that's what we're drinking. Thank you, Paul.
Oh, you're so nice.
What do we got here, folks? You and I don't on the right. I'm with Rick, and it's a Scotch. Nick said, okay, Chris Melendi's with you, Nick. He says it's a Scotch.
Iris is not. She says bourbon.
Iris says bourbon. Still waiting for stuff to load. And that's
Dominic would like to know if the crackers affect your palate because they're a little salty.
It's a good point.
Crackers are pretty neutral and pretty well accepted as a palate cleanser for wine, for whiskey. So I don't think you'd have a huge impact as long as you're following some water.
Yeah, I was going to say, Paul, that's perfect. Thanks for having my back on that, because I usually do it and then I drink my water to try to neutral it out. I don't think the salt really affects it as much as I guess I would have thought too. I feel like it's more of a neutral, cleanses the palate really. I feel
I think I agree with you. I think when you eat that cracker, it just kind of it neutralizes your palate, really. I mean, you're having that bready substance on there, and the salt that's on there really isn't a lot. We got bourbon, Bill Kitcher. Mike Achilles says a Scotch. Bourbon at 41%. Irish. So we're kind of all over the board here with our guesses. So everyone's all over us, but we've got Scotches.
That's why I love the blind.
Blinds is tough. It really is. I'm
taking a poll. I'm writing them down. Oh, we're pretty tied.
I don't know. Unless it's a barrel finish, and that could be it. That will throw it off for me. But I'm going to stick with mine. I'm going with a bourbon. It's a bourbon.
All right, Paul.
All right. Are you going to reveal who's revealing this? You're a Paul.
We didn't decide, Paul. We didn't discuss this piece. What would you like, Paul? You want to say what it is, and I'll read it.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, go ahead.
So this is a Jim Beam single barrel.
Whoa.
All right, wait. You start reading, actually. Do you have them in front of you, Jim?
I do.
In front of you?
The notes I have,
the bottle.
This is non-age statement, so we don't know the age of it. It's a 95 proof. The mash bill is assumed to be the regular Jim Beam mash bill at 77% corn, 13% rye, 10% malted barley. They go on and talk about single barrels. It's basically the master distiller picks a barrel that he likes for the single barrel profile they use, and they bottle them. The barrel gets dumped, gets put in the bottles, and they start a new barrel. So in theory, barrel number, whatever this was, I don't have the bottle with me. There's no other barrel that would taste exactly like this. The nose, according to, I think we got most of these. Where did we get these back? I do remember. Was it Master Malt?
Nope, they are from, some part of it is from Jim Beam Distillery itself, and the other part of the notes was from Breaking Bourbon.
Oh, okay. So the appearance is warm golden amber. The nose was apples, rye spice, vanilla, and ethanol. The palate was caramel, brown sugar, graham crackers, rye spice, and oak, and with a sweet, longer finish dominated by vanilla and apricot. That's pretty cool.
There was a couple of people that said apricot in there. Nice job with the apricot, but there it is right there.
Here it is.
I'll try to put in a better picture once this downloads. You can't really see it because the focus is terrible and I don't have the autofocus going, so you can't really see the Jim Beam bottle.
So when we were actually, Paul and I were talking about this, and Paul planned like this whole thing. So thank you, Paul. And so Nick, however, contributed quite a bit because Paul was doing one. Nick now says it's a flight. So now Paul and I decided we're going to go to two. So I'm going to pick up one. Paul's going to pick up one. So Derek and I go into the store together. And now Derek is buying some. And I'm like, you got to get out of here so I can purchase these. So that way you don't see what I'm buying. So he's taking forever. He's chatting up the clerk. He's now handing out keeping it neat cards to everybody over at the front. I'm like, get out already so I can do it. So I'm just waiting because I have the one that I wanted. And of course, I see this one. Now look.
It's got jewelry.
It has bling. So I'm like, what more can we ask for? I need to get one that has a necklace. So I had to buy this one because it had.
Will you ever wear it?
I don't think it would fit me.
Maybe
but
my dog.
I might be able to wear it as a bracelet. So I had to buy it because it had bling, and so that was the one.
Nick, you could wear it, but you could never show it on TV or on our show.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll do it for you.
All right. Little behind the scenes, off camera.
Yes.
I like it. All right, folks. So thank you everyone for the guesses on that. That was great. That's what we were looking for this. That's what we had. We got out 26 sample kits to people. It's great that we're getting all this kind of response to it. It's great. And it just shows you how hard doing blinds really is. It's not easy at all. We don't know what we're drinking beforehand. We don't see a bottle in front of us. Sometimes you'll see on different things, they'll have 3-4 bottles out in front of them. They know what they are, and they're trying to pick out individual bottles, which one is which. We're trying to pick out what the type of whiskey it is, and then we added some other stuff to it. We guessed the alcohol percentages. We put if H2O helps, things like that. But for the next sample, if you haven't poured it out yet, pour it out. It is the A sample. We are doing the A sample next, so get those ready because we're going to get into that in a second. Right now, we've had ours.
Can I say something about the Jim Beam?
No.
Is that no?
You can't. Show's over, folks.
Just ruined my house. What happened to Nick? He just lost it.
He just lost it, man.
I'm not a huge Jim Beam guy. So, to love this is very wild if you watch my reign of reviews. It just showed so many notes and hints of Scotch and Japanese with that lightness to it. I'm mind blown that it's a bourbon. I really am. So you're not alone if you felt the same way.
Nope. And that's the beauty of it, doing the blinds. And the thing is, you get what you get. If that's what you thought it was, that's what you thought it was. There's some things that may come to the forefront for you that would lead you down that road to think maybe it's an Irish with a barrel finish of some sorts, or maybe it was a Scotch with a barrel finish of some sorts, which is very possible because it's tricked me up before in the past too, where I've gone one certain way and it's like, nope. Oh, Derek, that was finished in a bourbon barrel. Well, that's why I think I guessed the bourbon because I was picking out those notes in there. Those came more prevalent for me. Others may not get that. Maybe you're getting more of that other side, those lighter, fruitier, the apricot and the floweriness and those kind of things like that. So again, you're not wrong. Well, in a way, I guess you are because that's not what it was.
I was going to say
no, you were wrong. Sorry, but everybody can't be right, So we're going to get into the A sample next, everyone. So get your A samples ready. I'm going to get them in front of us right now. We're going to get into that. We'll do the same process. We'll do our nosing, our tasting, look for everyone's comments, what we're going on, and go from there. So is everyone ready to whiskey?
Ready and able.
Let's go.
I don't know how we were going to time that up properly.
I know. It's impossible to time it. We can't even do it when it's me and you on the show. Never mind getting 58 people in there. I'm a little over our number, I think.
It feels like a Zoom call when everyone has to try to unmute at the same time. Shout out to Sue Reddy and Kyle Whitney. Way to come in late, but I'm loving that you guys are here. And Kyle, I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Cheers. Sue, thanks for making it. I know it's late.
It's late.
She literally was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm tired. I'm like, you'll be fine.
I understand, after a long day, you say 8:00 show. It's like, oh, wow. Me and Nick usually do this. Our show was on Thursday nights. We were doing lives, but I'm kind of glad we changed it to Wednesday because we'd be competing with Thursday night football.
I know, I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that once the season started. I'm like, whoo, good thing me and Nick aren't doing it tonight. We'd have nobody watching.
Right? Exactly. I know. Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, hey, there's a really good comment that just came up. I mean, if you want to throw it up, it's totally fine.
Where is it?
Something about my hair or something?
I can't see where that one is. I don't think it's come up on mine yet.
Conveniently, he can't.
Oh, there it is. I got it. Nick, the hair is on fire.
Uh-oh.
Who made that comment? Kyle?
Kyle, yeah.
Kyle, there you go. There it is. Kyle made the comment. Nick's hair is on fire. It's always on point, Kyle. It's been amazing this entire summer. I've got to look at this slowly come in more and more.
Awesome. All right, so let's start breaking this down because I mean this also has a wonderful nose. You're 2 for 2 right now, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul or
Becca.
maybe Becca.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows who chose this? Yeah, Becca. So you did the first one.
Yes.
So technically, Becca did 2 and Paul did 1.
No.
Oh.
Paul we decided the second one. I just picked it up, and then I surprised Paul with the third.
Okay.
Well, which was the first.
Oh, so that's good. So
it was like he did one, I did one, then we talked about one together.
Okay.
All right. Get all that worked out now, folks.
Folks, you might have a dominant nostril too. It is a real thing.
Dominant nostril. I was
We
asked
always
about
love talking about our dominant nostrils. What's yours tonight?
tonight. Honestly, it's my left
one.
really is kicking more for me. My left one is kicking it tonight. So maybe it could change in a minute though, because every 3 hours it changes. I don't know when the dominance is going to take over. There's a constant fight in your nostrils. I don't know if you knew this, folks, but there's a battle for domination on the left and right nostril constantly.
Yep.
Paul, working his out right now.
Paul's on the right nostril.
What's that?
Paul's over on the right.
The right's working for me right now.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a lot of spices going on here.
This has got for me a darker nose.
It does feel darker. I mean, it feels like there's a dark fruit in this. I mean, I was getting fruit but it's like a dark, deeper fruit than on the other one.
Almost maybe like a dried fruit.
Yeah, a dried fruit. Michaela just yelled cocoa, which I thought was like I could get some like cocoa, some chocolate going on in there. I think that's
that's a really good nose point right there.
That's awesome.
Wow. All right, we've got a whole bunch coming in right up. Someone said left tonight, smoky. We got some smoky, ethanol, something sweet like honey. Someone got spicy. Yep, we've got the left nostril tonight from Darren. That's his dominant nostril. We've got aroma mellow to the nose and sweet.
And the coffee is a good note for somebody.
Dark coffee. Yeah, that is
the
a good
other
one.
night, Derek, you and I did a tasting where we fought. We don't fight. But we went back and forth about chocolate or coffee, and it ended up being chocolate. But the beans are so similar that it's a great guess. I love that guess.
Well, it's this is literally having Blanton's right now on a short pour, and this stuff is so overrated. And here's the whole thing, with all whiskeys, it's a preference. It really is. Some people are the total, get behind that Blanton's, going to ride that baby all the way, through the turnstiles.
I completely agree with them.
Oh, about the Blanton's? I don't know. It
Yeah.
didn't show it showing that. I can't see it because they don't have their thing activated. But I agree with you that some whiskeys that will get rave reviews from certain people will not get them from others, and that's the beauty of it. Some people really are in that camp and some people aren't. Some people just really like Blanton's. If you've ever had a chance to try like a Blanton's Gold, which is a higher proof, that may turn you over to actually liking Blanton's because of the higher proofing. The regular Blanton's is fairly low. This is also really nice notes too, dude.
Experience where you spend weeks hunting for a bottle. When you finally find it, it doesn't live up to the anticipation and excitement of the hunt for that bottle.
It does. That's
the time the blind comes into benefit.
Yep, definitely. I mean, it could be that whole, the unicorn you've been looking for. That's your unicorn. You've been dying to find Blanton's, and you finally catch that thing. You wrestle it to the ground. You drag it home. You saddle it up, getting ready to ride it out, and the ride isn't what you thought it would be.
Very descriptive.
Yeah, it was very descriptive. I actually did that on someone's whiskey blog that they had. That's what I put down for the unicorn. It's true though. It's like everyone's unicorn is different. I mean, you may catch one and it is the mystical creature you expected. You know what I mean? It's everything and more. It has wings. You can ride it and fly around, and it's incredible. But some of them are just regular old nag ponies you keep in the back and don't show anybody.
So I'm getting some like an apple, like a crisp apple with I'm feeling like some nuttiness. Someone said toffee before, and those cocoa notes as well. My brother just yelled from the other side, maybe like a chocolate covered blueberry, which I thought was interesting because I don't think I've ever smelled a blueberry fruit, but maybe that's a fruit that we haven't been able to figure out the many times we've had this problem.
It could be. I mean, I've never, that's one thing, honestly, that's very descriptive, a chocolate covered blueberry, because I mean, out of all the fruits I think I've ever heard mentioned, I don't think I've ever heard blueberry mentioned in any kind of a description, but it's very possible. I mean, I don't think I've ever gone, I mean, I've tried blueberries. I don't think I've ever tried to compare it with a whiskey note, honestly.
But I know that because when you buy the bags and it's like a chocolate covered blueberry or chocolate covered pomegranate seed or something like that, like I totally get that smell from it. So I'm ready to taste this if you guys.
Yeah, let's get in on it. Yeah, we'll go into there. Cheers, everybody.
Whew, that one's got a little bit more of a kick. Wait, what was the alcohol content on that Jim Beam?
95. 95.
Notes I have it at 95 proof.
Yep.
Which for the people can't do the math.
Namely, Nick is what?
What? Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Like
47.5%.
47.5, right?
Wow, you were right there, Derek.
Yeah, I said 48%. I was at 48%. I was off by a half. I'm sorry, everyone. I let you all down.
That's it. Fired.
I'm fired. I'm turning in my degree. I'm downgrading myself to a 98%.
Dude, that's amazing.
Hold on one second, Paul. I'm going to drop you out and bring you back in because you're kind of glitchy right now. And Paul's back. There we go. Bill Kitcher. Bill's getting a big Kentucky hug. He's saying he's getting that. He's feeling that burn coming down a little bit in the chest. There was that. The Blanton's Gold had the Blanton Gold, managing a liquor store for 6 years. I hate Blanton's, but tried it again.
Spices on this one.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this one. It's really good.
As for the the little conversations going, Dominic mentioned about the blends, finding a sample or something. It's $100 somewhere. That's wild to me. Because I mean, like near us, it's $35. I think I can usually find it.
The Blanton's around us goes anywhere if you can find it between $60 up to $100 a bottle, depending on what store. Yeah,
the one down the road from me easily sells it for like with tax $40.
Now, if you can ever find them, they do have the little liquor bottles, your little 50 milliliters, bottles. But these things right here, if you can find them, and it's usually only down in Kentucky and whatnot, this is still $20 for this because it's like almost a collector's item to get it with that glass and everything like that. So, but they do have them out there. You just have to find them, but they're like $20 a piece. So
those little ones are so cute.
They are very cute.
So respect them.
There is Nick, you nailed the head when you said spices, because I'm getting a lot of spice on the nose, and I'm also getting it on the palate.
Yeah. Folks,
people are feeling the burn. It's opening up the sinuses.
The sinuses. Definitely feeling the burn.
And as you just noticed, like I just took a sip of water because even though I'm not adding the water into the bourbon, it's still cleaning my palate a little bit and reopening my sinuses again, because I feel like right now I'm getting so many of those spices in my face that I can't really get by it. So I need something to try to break it up.
So I'm going to add some water to mine, see if it can, help me out a little bit here. Maybe open up some different notes, because I am getting that there's the spices going on in there. I am getting a little bit of black licorice, that star anise in there. I'm getting some cinnamon
over there.
Yeah, 98%. She's contributing. That's what we like. That's why we have her on the show.
No, but I'm totally with you, Beck. Star anise, 100%.
Yep. That the chocolate that was said earlier, the little cocoa, perhaps, if that's what it is. Cocoa nibs is also possible.
Oh, Mike Achilles said you said bourbon. You just called it a bourbon, Nick.
No, Nick just called it a bourbon.
You've already revealed your guess.
I totally just did.
Nick did. Nick caught me. Nick revealed his guess.
You blew it.
And that's how quick our fans are. They pick it up in a heartbeat. He said bourbon. He said bourbon. The show's ruined.
Yeah,
we're done. Thank you, Mike, for picking that out. That the faux pas on our part there. Nick revealed his guess too soon.
I guess I did. It just it's so prominent. It's tough to not automatically have that get thrown out of my mouth, I guess.
What do you guys think of the water?
I'm getting like an herbal. Oh, I didn't add water to it, but I was getting mint, by the way, before I put it in there, like an herbal mint.
The water made it sweeter, but it also opened up like a tanniny taste for me on the back of the tongue.
Yeah, I didn't care for the water addition. I think it was better before.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was better before the water. This opened up some like more sour notes in the actual on the palate.
I think it ruined the
I'm
mouthfeel
getting more
too.
like of a yeastiness now. Like
I can see
like a cinnamon bun or like
a cinnamon,
yeasty,
like an uncooked cinnamon yeasty bun, because that's the way I like them. Right out of the just mix that dough up. Yeah, right out of just open, crack that Pillsbury and just eat it. I don't even cook it. I just crack it open and eat it right out of the container. 350 seconds. That's all it's going to take me to get it in my face. But yeah, I can see the yeastiness. Definitely. That's a good call.
Woo. Yeah, that one's got a kick. Ray said he thinks it's 100 proof. And
have a good night. Someone's checking out. Who's that? Tony. All right, buddy. Sorry.
He's going to drive into the weigh-in.
The weigh-in and the that's right.
I know what that's like.
Tony's out at a fishing competition out on the island, so he's out over there nailing some fish, and he's got a weigh-in in the morning for the fishing derby. So
I'm over here talking about truck drivers.
No, not that kind of a weigh-in. No, he's doing that. He's over there with a whole bunch of his buddies and his brother, and I think his father over there too. And they do a fishing derby annually over there. So
that's awesome.
That's so cool. So I'm glad they could check in. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.
So interesting. Iris said she likes it better with the water, which I don't disagree with her because I honestly think it does kill like that spiciness a little bit, makes it a little bit subtler to be able to sip on. I wonder what an ice cube would do to this. Like I always wonder, I know we always talk about that because there's a difference between water and just chilling it.
Yeah.
And we never really chill it. So
I don't think we'd have the time to let it really get down, and you get that water does start melting into it. So you're getting the chilling effect and the water effect at the same time of reducing the alcohol content and chilling it down. That's one thing we never do. I mean, for the most part, the thing we do add water. That's one of the big things in the whiskey world that people do say you should do.
Kyle's not drinking this, but he loves the channel.
Oh, well, thank you,
Thanks,
Kyle.
Maybe you'll drink along with us the next time.
Yeah, if you haven't, make sure you head on over to our YouTube channel and subscribe over there if you haven't yet. But thank you. Appreciate it. We try to do our best here. Bring some entertainment and some laughs at the same time with a little bit of whiskey knowledge. Nick's already writing stuff down while he's already guessed. Everybody knows what Nick's guess is.
I was like, what do I have to hide?
I'm all the drama now, folks. Wait for Derek to make his guess. Well, I have to say, YouTube picked
while
up.
These guys are making guesses. Good time to pour sample B in your glass.
Oh, yep. Pour sample B, folks. Sample B now. Get that out in your glasses. Let it open up and air out. Man.
I get bubble gum now, too.
Oh, boy. Bubble gum.
Yep. I do. Big League Chew, to be specific.
Don't you talk about Big League Chew. Man, I'm perplexed.
You already gave us all your guesses. What could you possibly be perplexed about?
My score.
Oh.
Everyone, put down your scores right now for this. Yeah. Put down your Chug Jug scores, 0 to 5. Let's see them. What do we think this is for our scoring?
Kyle gave me another hair shout out.
Well, hey, I mean, that's some amazing hair, dude.
Thanks, man.
If I could show everyone my back hair on screen, I would, because it looks great. The locks are flowing. I do amazing stuff with it. Sometimes I pot it to the left, sometimes to the right. Sometimes I do a weave, cornrows. It's amazing.
Dude, that's awesome. That was a good.
Oh. So, yeah. So put them scores. We got 3.5, some 2s, 2.5, 3.5. Oh, Bill Kitcher Darren Morano came with a 3. Bill Kitcher, did I miss him? I did. He slid up. He came with a 2.5.
I agree, Faith.
Faith, Big League Chew had a funky bitter taste. It was sweet, but not super sweet. You had to get through whatever that
coating was.
That flavor
that made it
made it last for 3.5 seconds. Then you had to take another one and stuff it in there. What else we got? We got Mike Achilles says 2.5 for this one.
Another black licorice.
2.0. We got another black licorice in there. Who was that said that? Joe Valenti. Joe Valenti had that. Bill Kitcher says 100 proof. It's coming in high on this one. So 50% alcohol. All right. I like it. We got a couple we got Darren says he likes it more with water. Just sliding through here. Like the face fuzz. That's right, buddy. This is what happens when you're out on short term. You can have the little bit of face fuzz. So long as I can keep it when I come back. Thanks for noticing. I appreciate that. Been working hard and long on this.
Oh my God, he's so obnoxious about it too. He just keeps doing this.
I can't. It's like a pet. It's like
just can't stop.
It's like the trouble with tribbles.
I'm like, you have to put your eyes on the road, not on your
I can multitask. I can stare at my beautiful face and my gorgeous goatee.
I do this all day. All day. My kids will be talking to me. I'll be like, yes.
4 to me, it's like better than C. Okay, so they like it a little bit better than the C. Someone came in at 45% alcohol.
That was Iris.
All right. Yeah. Whoa, 95%. So coming in there somewhere in the 42.5. Yeah, I think that's it.
So he meant 95 proof.
42.5% alcohol.
Yeah, that was Ray.
Oh, okay, Ray. All right. So, Nick, would you like to reveal, sir, on what you think? Well, we know what your guess is. But let us know the rest of the numbers.
Yeah, so I think it's a bourbon. I think it's 48%. I'm getting a little bit more of a kick than the last one. I think H2 show again. To me, it's right down the line. I think you can't. You're gonna enjoy it whichever way you like it. To me, it just helped a little bit, honestly. But again, it didn't hurt it awfully for me. 3.75 out of 5, though. I almost went 4. I honestly, I should go 4 on it. I did like this compared to most, hopefully, bourbons that we usually have. So
if you can see it, I went bourbon again because I didn't give myself enough space, but it looks identical to the one above. 46% alcohol. I went H2O. Sure, why not? And I gave it a 3.5. I like the first one better. I like the C sample more than this one with what was going on in it. So it'll be interesting once we get to this, what we think it's going to be. So are we ready for our reveal?
No.
Are we ready?
We got to let people guess.
Oh, we got to let people guess. That's right. What do you think it is, folks? Is it bourbon, Irish, Scotch, Japanese, perhaps an Indian whiskey, something that I don't think we've ever tried before. So perhaps it's that.
And then
is it the Bearcat?
Ooh, no, it's not the Bearcat.
Not the Bearcat. I promise you, this is not the.
That is not even close.
Did you get?
No, I still haven't tried it.
I haven't given it to him. I gotta.
We need a studio reunion. He needs to try Bearcat.
I have to get him a sample of Bearcat.
Oh my God,
gosh! I think we all need to redo it. It's awful.
Joe
It's the worst thing I've ever tried.
Like that guess. That's actually a good high rye bourbon. That's what Joe Valenti went with. I like it. Ooh, maybe you think?
Hey, Derek.
Yes.
Y'all ready for this?
Oh, there he goes. Cracker Man's up. You got to be ready, folks. You got to be ready for cracker action at any moment. So there it is.
This needs to be on a shirt.
I know. Well, maybe the next shirts. I don't know yet. We got to get through these, and then I'll work on the rest. What else we got here? So bourbon, single barrel bourbon, Scotch I think I showed that one. Darren Morano said bourbon.
We have some actual guess of Eagle Rare.
Ooh, an actual guess.
Kyle's not even trying it or drinking it, but he gets. I love this kid, and then
I like it, Kyle.
Not drinking with us.
I like it. I like that you're just a wild
awesome.
card. Kyle just says it could be anything out there. You guys said bourbon. I know it's Eagle Rare.
But if you know Kyle, like Kyle and I, we go back to college together, and he was him and I together were a wild card. Like, that's perfect. That answer is awesome.
Bushnell honey whiskey. Okay. Interesting.
All right, folks, if your glass is empty for sample A or sample C, go back and smell them, because this is one of my favorite things.
Oh yeah,
the nose that comes off of these after it sits is incredible.
That yeast.
well, all the alcohol's gone, so you just get all the oils and the other things.
Yeah.
The remnants in there that's just left over because all that alcohol, like Paul just said, is burned out. You know, it's left, it's evaporated, so you're just getting the that smell. It smells really good. It really does. This is not. I like these first two have been really good.
Kyle says if it's honey, he's leaving.
All right, we lost a subscriber.
We don't know.
Let's hope it's not a honey whiskey.
I guess I could.
We got to keep as many as we can, folks.
He joined and now he's gone.
Beck, go down cellar, pick out any glass, anything, and bring it up there and say that's what it is. Doesn't matter.
Right, tell us what it is. I need to know.
All right, Paul, you name it, I'll read it. I promise
All
I'll
right.
read it this time.
Okay.
Evan Williams single barrel.
Oh my God.
Single barrel in
Said
there.
single barrel bourbon.
Yeah,
Travis James.
Travis, nice job with the single barrel, sir. Wow. That was a
Are you
great-
sipping along with us, Travis? Do you have it?
Does Travis isn't on my list. I don't believe.
Unless he is on somebody's
Unless
bought
he's
something
sharing
before?
someone's, which is
Wow, listen to that.
Yes.
You must have described it so well.
it must be. It's got to be. You know, it smells like a master distiller really went in there and just picked this one barrel out himself, stared at it for a while, thought what he wanted it, and then just downed it to the perfect, percentage of alcohol.
So he says, yes, I do. So he is sipping along with us.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Nice.
And he guessed that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you,
All
sir.
right. So it is Evan Williams, single barrel, 86.6 proof. So 43%. Right?
Yep,
Yes,
43%.
43.3.
Age is 7 years and 10 months. The mash bill, it's assumed 78% corn, 12% rye, and 10% malted barley. So 12% rye is all pretty high.
Yeah, that's a good percentage.
Distillery is Heaven Hill, and the parent company is also Heaven Hill. It's the straight bourbon. It's full of character and simply done right. It's named after Evan Williams, who opened Kentucky's first distillery along the banks of Ohio River in 1783. It's aged far longer than required by law. The appearance is a delicate amber gold. The nose is a dark caramel, sweet oak, and charred wood. Caramel, guys, not vanilla. I don't know which one you said.
Yeah, I don't know what we said on that. I don't think we said either one. The dark caramel. We just said it was a dark nose to this one. It was darker and deeper than the other one. That's what we did say in the beginning.
So on the palate, the taste is lush and spicy with oak and honey, apple and orange notes. So
Ooh.
that honey is
Ooh,
in there, spiciness.
I can see the orange now too in there. Once you power suggestion.
And the finish is long, graceful, and relaxed.
Like a smooth sip on the beach.
I'm not sure if that's the right price.
I don't think that. I don't know
is.
what that might be. The old one. I don't know if
I
that's the
didn't
right
look
price.
up the price on that one for some reason.
Okay.
But these notes did come directly from Evan Williams.
Okay, Evan Williams
So.
notes. I actually have a couple of good bottles of Evan Williams. I've got I got a 12-year downstairs, and I have the one that you can only get at the distillery or if you're in Japan. I have one of those down there too. So those will eventually be on the show at some point in time.
That was actually one of my favorite distillery tours.
Oh, the Evan
When we
Williams
went,
experience. The Evan
Yeah.
Williams experience downtown Kentucky. It's actually very nice.
And they did
That's
a
pretty cool.
great
I'm
pouring
gonna
for
stop
you.
doing that.
So are you already sniffing?
I was sniffing my third
just-
one for whatever
Yeah,
reason.
yeah,
I just had it in front of me. I've got to
You're like
the other
me,
one.
man. We're ambitious.
I know it's ambitious. I want to get moving, but but it was like the glass was in front of me. I thought it was the old glass, but I moved that one off to the side already. So
Yeah,
that's nice.
it is. I actually poured a little extra while you said that, just to try to get those notes while you were talking about it. But man, 2 for 2, you two.
Yeah, those are good guys. All right, so we've got the last sample right now out of our C, A, and B. We're doing the B sample. So if you haven't yet, pour those B samples out, get those going. And get that, let it open up a little bit. Me and Nick and Paul and Becca will jar a little bit while you let those open up. Let us know if you like this concept of the blind flight sample here. We can maybe do this in the future again, work something out, that we do it. The Bourbon Bay Beck can pick out the bottles, maybe we do 1, maybe 2 bottles, or however we do it, and do a similar thing like we did tonight in the future. If everyone likes this, the way it's going, and if you enjoy sipping along and kind of doing the guessing game with us. So that's what we're doing. So it's really the chieftain's job here. She's in charge of all that kind of stuff. And the guy who likes to drink whiskey, Paul, one of our first guests on our shows here, our only guest really. No, we had Darren. Darren came on for one of our episodes a little while ago. He was on there when I was off with the sip along that we did with Bourbon Bay. Becca sitting in. I was just coming in from the side. Hey, everybody, I'm here. And I was just running mission control. So everybody make sure you pour out your B samples so that we can get into these. And we're going to do our final noting and see what we're going to be guessing on this one here.
Mike likes the blind tasting.
Okay.
Faith definitely has enjoyed this. Hope she's still enjoying.
Yep. I hope you're still enjoying.
Lots of fun, kind of like the Whiskey 101.
Oh, nice. Well, thank you, Faith. Like that. Definitely enjoyed it. Lots of fun. Blind tasting is fun.
It is. It's a different way to experience it. When you're drinking whiskey and you know what it is. No matter what it is, you know what you're supposed to be expecting from it. When you're drinking it and it's completely blind and you have no idea what it is, it's so neat. It's like interesting to try and find the notes and see what, to really dig a little bit deeper. Mm-hmm. I think it's really an interesting way. It's great to go out to a bar and drink, whatever you prefer, but to do it this way, where nobody has a clue as to what you're drinking, it's really kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. And I think when you do it blind, you're actually trying harder to pick stuff out of the whiskey that you're drinking because you're trying to guess what it might be.
And you also have no prejudice.
Yep, you have no preconceived concept.
Said Jim Beam and given it a 4 and said that you liked it better than, something else. Like Jim Beam to me, you would have said, yeah, that's an average. Everybody, you can find that anywhere. But it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
So when you're drinking it blind, you never know what you're actually going to have. There's no prejudice.
That's true. You have no Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and to go off what I was saying, is it's very interesting though, because a lot of the things we try on the show, I wouldn't necessarily run off and go try at a bar. I don't know. There is something about the dynamic environment when you're sipping something. We talk about on the show all the time, Derek, of some of the things we'll be like, oh, sip this by the fire, or this reminds me of a trip to this place, or something like that. You usually tie in an experience or something with it, So for me, I'm not going to go and just grab Evan Williams single barrel at a bar. I would never think to have that as a drink at a bar.
Very true.
Would I sip on that somewhere else? 100%. A friend's house, you have it for people coming over. Maybe I would have it on, neat at the bar, but I wouldn't think to do that unless we did this show. So, yeah.
Nice.
A lot of people are liking it.
Yeah, a lot of people liking this idea of the blind tasting, the blind sampling. Me and Nick have been kicking around for a while ways that we can incorporate the KINfolk into this more and more when we're doing our lives. So you get to enjoy the experience too, and basically go along with what me and Nick could do on the show all the time. And this is a great way to do it. And, and definitely in the future, we're getting a lot of positives from this. We'll probably do this again. Definitely. Don't know when we'll do it, but, maybe in the future soon, if we can get it together again, we'll do it. It's just a lot of work on our end here to get everything out to people in a timely fashion. That's why it's nice that it was it gave me 2 weeks from the time we announced it to getting it out to everyone that came in and to getting the mailings out. So that does help. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Amos said his daughter smelled it and it smells like nail polish.
Yeah, hey,
nail polish. She's 100% correct.
You are 100% correct. And actually, my daughter, every time she smells this, says it smells like cardboard.
Wet cardboard.
Mm-hmm. That's what. No matter what the whiskey is, could be a Scotch, could be an Irish, could be a bourbon. It's always wet cardboard. That's all she ever gets. So, but yeah, definitely, I can see the nail polish, the ethanol in there, and all that going on. So,
are we doing this one yet?
No, we haven't yet. Calm down. Let's go. All right, let's get into it. All right, are you ready to whiskey? Ready and Abel. Let's go. Get noses in.
For the record, Derek, you 100% went to go smell this.
I did.
He just can't stop himself.
I can't stop myself.
He's back, people.
I'm back, people. I'm back.
He's used to doing 6 episodes of this in a row.
Yeah, now it's tough. They have to hold me back. I was starting to drink before the show. Beck's slapping it out of my hand. You gotta wait.
I did because he's like, I'm gonna go and get something, and I don't remember what it was. I'm like, no, you're not.
No, you can't start yet. No.
You can't be doing that.
So I had to pregame with water. That's what I pregamed with.
You poor soul.
Oh man, it was tough for him. It was tough, even tougher for me.
Ooh, I'm getting dark cherry right off the front.
I'm getting like an oak, a musty note.
Yeah,
that cherry note in there, that dark cherry. Some ethanol in there too. There's an ethanol just kicking up, but bleed off in a little bit, evaporate out. But there is a fruit note definitely in there, and I think it's something deeper behind that note too.
Anyone else get anything?
Cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe?
Cantaloupe.
Yes.
Totally.
Really?
It's totally cantaloupe.
All right, folks. Well, thanks for joining KINfolk tonight, folks. We're all set. It's cantaloupe.
Paul does not think so. Paul made a face.
Yeah.
I don't.
Banana
I
Laffy
don't see the
Taffy.
cantaloupe. There's definitely, for me, there's an herbal note with that dark fruit, though.
Okay. And that's the thing. I mean, there could be a minty note. And here's the whole thing, folks. What you're guessing, you're not wrong. So if you guess something, just put it out there. It's fine because you're getting it. Me and Nick will never tell you that you're wrong with what you're getting. Because
tell me I'm wrong.
I tell Becca all the time, that's not it. Laffy Taffy.
And for the record,
I also get rosemary.
See right there, I just got like a tea note, a black tea.
I got a black tea. I'll tell you something. My nose changed, folks. I went from left nostril, it's blocked, and now the right one's ready to go.
Oh, right one's up. Dominant nod. The right took over by blocking the left. See what happens? Sometimes the fights just knocked it out.
We need like a little ticker or something at the bottom.
I know, a nostril ticker, right?
I love that. We've heard rosemary. We've heard basil, as somebody just said. We've heard
cherry, basil,
like herbal mint, as I would kind of agree with Paul on that one.
Yep.
Like there's definitely like this herb, and then there's this dark cherryish like combination going on. Whew.
Rick tried his last night, so they already ranked theirs. His wife was BCA and Rick was CAB.
Oh,
CAB happens to be the order we're doing.
That is the order we're doing right now. Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, we had a couple of KINfolk that couldn't join us tonight, so they did theirs last night and they ranked theirs in order. So if I have it here, I'll pull it up.
He went in too deep. He had to reset himself.
Oh, he had to reset himself. He went in. He blew out his nostrils or his one nostril.
It's so strong.
Black tea, Faith says yes.
I think this one's my favorite one, smell-wise so far.
Smell-wise, okay.
I am said my daughter smelled like wine smell, like almost like a grape.
Oh, okay.
So maybe a barrel finish.
Oh,
I'm actually getting. Yeah, I was gonna say like a vineyard smell, actually, like being.
And that could be one of the barrel finishings, like a port wine or a sherry cask.
I never thought of that.
Oh, you know what? Hey, Amos, your daughter's going to be on our show from now on.
That was Amos?
Was that Amos?
No, that was Iris.
Iris. I'm sorry, Iris. Okay. Well, she can be on our show too. Because the kids seem to be picking out better notes than us sometimes. Now now your child has tricked me up. Black tea, like Earl Grey. Wow. Specific tea.
Well, yeah, there's many different.
Oh, I know there were many. Now, here's the other thing, too, is, when we did our Bourbon 101, we told you we should have probably said that earlier. But when you're drinking this, if you're new to whiskey, when you take that first taste, get it in there, take that first sip. Don't do a big sip, but just enough to coat your tongue and let it swish around in there for like about 10 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds.
I'm also, I'm getting actually like a tobacco.
Oh.
I think Jesse just called you a tea snob.
Tea snob. Who's it? George.
Paul, you getting anything else on this one?
No, I think
I'm going in for the sip. Like, I got to break it up. So going in for sips, people.
Okay.
Woo! Coming in hot.
Wow.
Awesome finish.
That is a nice finish. That really
My
is.
mouth just went numb. Hold on.
But the thing is that it starts out hot in the front and then it just like mellows out and has a really nice finish. Wow.
Just moves down.
Yeah.
Long finish.
Yep.
That's really good.
I'm getting the black tea in the taste.
Okay.
On the very back.
A little bitter from the barrel showing through, maybe.
That's got some proof.
Yeah. But here's the thing is, like, proofs can trick you up. They really can. It's tough with the proofs. Holy fire, then smooth finish.
I read that as holy fire.
Iris is on fire tonight. That's a good one, though. Holy fire, then a smooth finish. That's exactly it.
It gets me on my tongue, but it doesn't burn all the way down for me. So I'm not sure that the proof is as high.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's
I
like
think the proof is high.
It's on my tongue.
It's on the tongue, and I can't remember when we were down in Kentucky. We go to this place called Bourbon's Bistro, and great bartender down there is the bar manager. Mike Downs works there. If you're ever down in Kentucky, definitely go there. Go talk to Mike. He's a wealth of knowledge about bourbon, and he told me he had actually made a comment on one of our videos. He talked about proofing, how it can trick you up, and how to tell the difference between a low proof and a high proof. And I think it's on the front of the tongue versus the back, as it carries over. So
he's great.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, if you're in Kentucky, definitely go to Bourbon's Bistro. And if you can sit down at the bar and talk to Mike Downs, sit down. It's worth the talk.
One time we went there, and he actually started pulling out all the whiskeys from his well, pulling the whiskeys down. He's like, "This one sucks.
Yep.
This
just
one,
going through the
awful.
list.
This one, don't ever try. This one, he's like, this is my well of no. My well of no. This is the ones that you're not going to try. Just no.
The well of no. This is what he doesn't want you to. He says, I would never buy this.
You can have any of these.
You can have the well of nuts.
Of no.
Come on.
Yes.
Come see my well of nuts. So I actually got. AJ actually wanted to pop in. He's got a guess. So AJ, come on in.
All right,
you had a guess the first time too. He missed it.
I know.
Hey AJ.
How we doing, everybody?
What's going on?
Can't hear them without one of these pups in.
Yeah.
Put it in your earlobe.
Unless you can read lips.
So, what are you getting, bud? You already had a guess. You shouted a guess.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you meant like, what am I smelling? I'm gonna say it's definitely an Irish whiskey. And I'm going to say it's Proper 12, which we just had this recently a couple of weekends ago.
That's a bold guess. I was guess. Him and I just drank like a lot of Proper 12 a couple weeks ago.
If it's not, it's something in the Jameson family. I'm definitely getting an Irish. Yeah.
Oh, AJ, I give you a lot of credit because I've gone on the air and made my guesses before and been terribly shamed when we actually do the reveal. But you're a brave man.
I know. Hopefully this isn't the case. Hopefully
well, hopefully, you know what? If it is, then you can replace Nick and you have a new job, my friend. There's no money involved.
I'm just noticing something. I just can't help but notice.
Yes.
Nick is the only guy here with hair.
He is the only guy here with hair.
We've got like a bald man's club, and that's it, Nick.
That's right.
The luscious locks.
Yeah, the luscious locks there.
I know. Imagine if I did. You know what? There was one time when I grew my beard so long, and I thought about like doing like the Mike Napoli or like the Kevin Uke and just shaving the head and huge beard. Maybe it's a new look. I don't know. Well, maybe I'll bring it back.
Yeah, you don't have to bring it back. It's already here, brother.
I think bald is the new in. I don't know. Maybe
it's been the new in for a while. It's been in since I was 22. The new in. All right, pal. Let me tell you.
22.
I actually have Proper 12 right next to me, so I did pour just a splash in the glass.
No. Paul's going to give me a test. But I do. I like the bold guess. I like you coming out of the gate like that.
Wow.
It does have a really good nose. What do we got? Nick's still in his 20s. We got Chris Melendi. We got a lot of votes here. What do we think Nick should do with his hair, folks?
Wow. I know.
Shave it. Darren says way better with ice. Faith says she hopes it's Proper 12 because she really wants to try it. She hopes this is it.
Do you like this one, Faith? Is that?
I hope he's right. I've been wanting to try Proper 12, so if this is it, she's very excited about it, I think.
I just saw the commercial for Proper 12 yesterday.
Oh, yes. Conor McGregor knocking old people out all over the country.
Oh, man. You guys did good. And lady.
Yeah, you guys did good with the selection. Because this one...
Darren wants me to go Jesus long.
Ooh. Wow. Ooh.
That's what he wants. He does want... So AJ used to have, like, when we were in college, like, long hair until he went into the service. So, I mean, he's, like, living vicariously through me.
So is Derek, quite
obviously.
I
really am. I want you to grow your hair as long as you can because I just dream of hair and it's just not happening anymore.
Exactly. Once it goes, it's
gone. It's gone forever. It doesn't come back. It's like a dry plain, like the desert. Nothing. You're not going to grow anything out there anymore.
Mine didn't even say goodbye. It just left.
He's sobbing.
All right, folks. Why don't you everyone stop putting down their scores? What are we?
And if you have actual guesses, like AJ, put that.
Yeah, if you have an actual guess, like what you think this actually is, not the type, the brand, but a specific name brand, go into it. Wow, this is a good one. I like this one. This is a toss up between the I think C and this one right now for me.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, like, we have folks talked about doing private Bourbon 101 shows with people. I know Ray said it earlier. It'd be kind of a cool thing for us to do. We kind of thought about for this first one of this like sample kit sort of thing is like doing it this way. But in the future, maybe we pull people in and have you come on with us and talk about what you, not just comment, but actually come on and talk with us about it because we love it. The more people that come, the more fun we all have. So
yeah,
if you are interested in stuff with that, like let us know. DM us, me, Derek, Becca, Paul. Paul will do it.
Paul's in. Yeah. Paul likes to drink whiskey, I heard.
Yeah. And listen, if you like whiskey, we always do Chinese after. It's kind of a ritual. So.
It is a ritual. When we do our recording night, we usually go get Chinese after.
No, we went to a fancy restaurant after.
Oh, that's right. And I didn't get to make it. No,
you didn't. You had a previous engagement, so we went out and we shucked it up with Paul and his wife.
Nice. Wait, like oyster shuck?
No, there's no oyster. No, we didn't get.
You didn't have oysters?
No, I don't think we had.
No, you said shuck.
We did have oysters, right? We did shuck it up. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Jealous. I love oysters.
Yeah. No, you and Karen didn't. You guys just sat over there and said, "I don't know how you guys can eat those."
We go there for sushi now.
Yeah, now we go there for sushi, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting a bunch of honey like towards the end of this.
I'm getting there's like a cinnamon note going on. You're getting that bacon spice. There is a little yeastiness in there too. I'm getting on the nose. The oak, obviously, you're getting that dark fruit, I believe, going towards that cherry, orchard fruity realm.
Whew. That nuttiness. It's very nutty too. Or I don't know if it's toffee. It's that weird line.
Okay. I'm getting vanilla-y. My vanilla caramel world is, folks, if you've watched the show, you know where we're at. So I'm saying vanilla. It's caramel. That's just the way it's going to be. But I'm going vanilla. To know this. You have to know this by now. Whatever I say, whatever Derek says or Nick says, go the exact opposite, and that's what it is.
Did we go H2O?
At all?
Oh, we haven't done H2O in this one yet.
Do you get butterscotch at all in there?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I could see that. I was going to go with the butterscotch, the toffee that Nick was talking about. Because it could change, it could go either way. Because more towards that nuttiness with the toffee.
I'm not getting nutty, but I'm getting more butterscotchy.
Ray says that he would also love to see a variety of cheeses, chocolates, and some flights. So I think we can do some more episodes like that because
this is the place.
Yeah, I think we're all just gonna go to Paul's house. If you want in, come on over. We'll have a Friday night
party at Paul's.
Hey, wife would not appreciate the Jesus hair. That's what we have one called. 57%. Well, that's a hot coming in hot.
The wife would not appreciate Jesus. So Steph is actually AJ's girlfriend.
Oh,
so it's perfect, and it's Michaela's best friend. It's a full circle.
Oh, that's perfect then. Well, you don't know what you're missing until you don't have it. You know what I mean? So if you saw the luscious hair and get to run your hands through those locks, you may be different about it. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. You're going to have to go first, bud. I've not written a thing down.
All right. I just wrote it down. I was waiting for people to make their guesses, what their chug jug scores are right now. I went with what I thought, and I've gone back several times to make sure my final guess will be right because I'm debating on if there's any trickery involved with this on behalf of the Bourbon Babe and Paul, if they're trying to throw me for a loop. So I keep going back.
And are people putting down their guesses?
They're putting down their 4.2s. We got some 4s right now coming in. Mike Achilles with a 3.75. We've got a 4 over here. I don't know who that was. That was way up. Maybe that's just D'Agostino. Guessing. We've got Darren Morano with a 4, Bill Kitcher with a 4, basically a 2.0. I don't know who that one is because I just pulled up their score, but their name isn't showing for me here. Iris Toner with a 2. So we've got some scores coming in here. So
are they guessing also what they think it is?
Oh, yeah, you can put your guesses also what you think we're drinking right now, because I've already written mine down. Nick, I think, is in his. Oh no, he's not done yet. He's sniffing his own arm, licking it somewhat. Sometimes
I can't get another one wrong. I'm one for two right now. I can't go.
Oh boy, he's okay. It's all right, buddy. So I'm gonna reveal what I think it is, and then Nick will go with his. But put down what you think it is. We've got Irish Cole Isla. Yep, I'm always wrong, but there it is. Well, I like the honesty, Mike.
Jesse
Thank you.
Jameson.
We've got another person that says Jameson.
Not the regular one.
Yeah.
Not the regular one. The other Jameson. Okay.
Like the Black Barrel, maybe.
Hold on, folks.
I see that person. Who was that? Who do I got? I got to know it. Jesse, I got your back.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Jesse. Now that she's got me wondering now.
It's got to be
But you know what? I'm going.
Jeff and Faith, their favorite is that Black Barrel. Jeff says, I thought.
Yeah, Jeff.
Is this the Black Barrel?
Now that you added the water, I'm getting that now too.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right, I've written it down. I'm showing because I can't change up now. I went with a bourbon, 46%, H2O. I gave it a 4. I really liked it. I really did it.
All right, I kind of cheated. I wrote single barrel bourbon because I feel like that might be the theme.
All right.
Usually there's a theme, folks. So I'm guessing it's
sometimes a theme. You're absolutely correct.
We're 2 single barrels, so I'm going 3.
All right.
And then a 48% H2O. No. H2 no. I didn't think it helped. And a 3.5 out of 5. I don't mind it. I don't hate it. And for me, a 3.5 is still
3.5 is huge. 3.5 is like a 5 if you've watched that show and you know Nick. So that's.
But then again,
that's
I'm also, I've had 2 of these. We've been having a good night. If I tried this again another time, I might have hated it.
Yeah, well, that's the whole.
Or maybe I loved it.
Go watch our Jameson episode when he literally says, "Whatever this is, it's cheap."
And trash, I think I called it.
He trashed it. I was like, "Oh, well, Jameson's our sponsor this evening, so thank you very much, everyone. Goodbye."
Yeah. Pretty much. No, that was bad. And then we tried Jameson again, and I was like, yeah, it's not bad.
Ooh,
and I love Jameson normally.
Dominic said Redbreast cask strength. Now, I actually just recently purchased that. Haven't tried it yet. I am interested in trying the cask strength.
But Jeff says it is not.
Jeff said it's not the Black Barrel. Yep.
Derek, did you say this was vanilla or caramel, by the way?
Vanilla. So it's caramel.
I'm vanilla. I'm vanilla too. All right, just make it sure. We're both going to get this wrong.
Stacy is watching. Hi, Stacy.
Who's Stacy? Who?
My cousin.
Oh, hey, Stace.
What's up?
So we've got some people that are saying no to the Black Barrels. Either someone's saying the Jameson, it's either the black or the stout. Not Black Barrel. That's Jeff saying that. We've got a couple another score 2.5. Thank God for Whiskey Wednesday. Yes, that's absolutely true, Darren. You're never wrong on Whiskey Wednesday, folks. So. All right, what's your guess? You already went that Nick showed us. He said single barrel, so that's where we're at. So, lady and sir, what are we drinking? Oh boy,
single barrel is a good guess.
Hey, it is the single barrel.
McKenna.
Oh,
10-year bottled and bond single barrel.
I have that. If you want to drink more, I actually have that one, Paul.
Yeah,
wow.
I've got a bunch of them.
Yeah, yeah. Paul's got a bunch of them. I do too. I have a bunch of them also. So that was a very good guess, Nick, and you actually nailed the theme. I didn't even, I was going to say, is there really a theme? And then I'm like always thinking there's some trickery involved. If you've watched, that when the blinds come out for me and Nick, there's some kind of usually a theme, but there's some trickery involved with it, the way it's laid out for us in some way, shape, or form. So
these were all bourbons. That was your trick.
That was my trick.
And all single barrels.
No, the single barrels I did not get because single barrel is tough to guess, but Nick did. I give him credit.
No, But the minute the first one came out, the second one was similar, and then the guess was revealed. I was like, this has to be it.
Well, very nice.
All right, so the Henry McKenna 10-year single barrel. Oh. It's 86.6 proof, 43%.
Oh, good for them.
It's actually 100 proof.
It is 100 proof. I didn't change it.
No, she didn't change it from the Evan Williams, so it's 100 proof.
I didn't change it.
Right.
See, good thing I have you, Paul.
So it's 10 years.
10 years in bottled and bond.
So then that mash bill is wrong, and so is Heaven Hill. No, Heaven Hill is right. And that mash bill, I think, is right. And that actually is the mash bill, I believe. Yeah,
the mash bill is different. It's 78%. I think it's different than the last
corn,
one.
10% rye, and 12% malted barley. So Henry McKenna's single barrel It's a high-proof bottled and bond bourbon named for Henry McKenna, the Irish immigrant who adopted his family's whiskey recipe to work in the grains he found in Kentucky.
So if you said Irish, you were right.
Irish,
yeah, you're right.
You were very, very close.
Yeah, we're going out on a limb on that one, but okay.
Hey, it's an Irish recipe, right?
Well, yes.
Nice.
Henry McKenna is one of the longest aged bottled and bond whiskeys available today, resting in the barrel through 40 Kentucky seasons. Critics agree that this is a perfectly balanced bourbon. So it's 100 proof and 10 years old. I have it right now.
Oh, there it is down there.
At the top.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, whoopsies. The appearance is a warm golden amber. The nose, you ready? Vanilla.
Woo! We did it!
And caramel.
Always there to screw us over.
Just like left that out. Like
we could have just jumped over that one, right? Just said, "Nope, you guys got vanilla, nailed it."
Nope. Okay, and a light herbaceous note.
Oh, so the herbalness in there, okay.
Mm-hmm. The palate is smooth oak, sharp spices, honey, and sweetness.
Nice.
And the finish is long, sweet, and spicy.
So I think we did fairly well, and a lot of our kinfolk did fairly well with their guesses on, how we were going down with the notes. The prices on this, again, they're all over the place for this bottle right here. On average, it goes from about $45 a bottle up to in the 65 somewhere range for the most part is what I've seen it. The highest I think I've seen it is $65. So most of them I've gotten when I.
Just recently, it's shown up in the high 30s. I think it's finally everybody's bought up their hoard, so you can now get it again.
Oh, so now the regular folk can actually go out and buy it. That that we're are allowed to have it. The regular folk, that's right. It's weird. The whiskey market, it really is. You've got some whiskeys when they come on the scene, they become like the unicorn. Everyone's looking for it. Everybody wants it. The Henry McKenna, you see it. Blanton's is another one that everyone's Eagle Rare. In some areas, people can't get Eagle Rare, and you go like around here, where you can walk into every store at any second, find Eagle Rare and Buffalo Trace. Some places people can't find that stuff, and that's like regular run of the mill for us, and it's like $30 a bottle around here.
Mike says it was the best in show back in 2019.
Oh,
yeah, and that's what set them off.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And Aaron Lebrecq said his wife Mandy called it with the McKenna.
Yeah.
So Paul, you must be giving her a lot of that every time she goes.
Yeah,
over.
You must be a lot. Paul's got bottles of this going. Here, try this again.
This one was my favorite. What was everybody's favorite?
So we've got one person that came in with McKenna, then Evan Williams, then Jim Beam, if I'm reading that correctly. Yeah, Evan Williams number 2 and Jim Beam is 3. So I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go. Mine is BCA for my guess, for my actually finishing. So I liked the Henry McKenna. What the heck was it? Evan? No, not the Evan was the first one.
Jim Beam.
The Jim Beam.
I go, so just so you understand the little bickering, I go, well, we're all talking about what our favorites are. And he goes, mine are all gone. I was like, I mean, you can try mine. Like, it's okay. He's like, they're so good.
But
Vegas
definitely
got the same order as you: the McKenna, then the Jim Beam, then the Evan Williams.
Yep. BAC, Mike Achilles came in with the BAC.
Oh, she wasn't very fond of them, but she just guessed she didn't try the right ones. Or maybe just not in the right format. When you really start to think about it and dig deeper, they become more complex and interesting.
Yeah, they do become more complex. And when you do it blind, it changes everything up for you too. And the other thing too is how you drink it and when you're drinking it. So the experience itself can change what you're drinking in the moment. I've bought whiskeys before that were great when I tried them the first time because I was in the moment. And then later on, I tried them later on and I did not like them at all. So the experience that you're having with whatever you're drinking at the time can change and skew the how you like it really at a later date. So that's why you got to keep going back to the whiskeys, because maybe on this day your palate is totally different and you're picking up all those notes that you wouldn't ordinarily. Another day you try it, your palate's kind of dead and it's like, this is really not doing it for me. You go back another time and it's there for you again, and you found why you liked it the very first time. So it's weird. Drinking whiskey is all over the place. It really is. But we will definitely, I think, have to do this again there, Nick. It seems like the KINfolk really enjoyed this one.
Excellent idea, Paul.
Yeah, Paul, this was really good. This was
way to go.
Fantastic idea.
This was something, before I went out for my surgery that Paul had discussed. Said, hey, you really wanted to do something when I came back because I stopped drinking early July before my surgery, so I wouldn't have any problems. It was just a choice. It wasn't like the doctor told me to. It was just that I wanted to do something so I wouldn't go into it with any kind of alcohol in my system, I guess. So I said, when I came back, he said, I want to do something like this, because people don't know how hard it is to do a blind, sampling of stuff. So it was really all Paul's idea. He worked with Bourbon Bay Becker on getting it to fruition, and we made it happen, really. And, that was awesome. And I thank Paul so much for this because it was a really great night. It was awesome.
Thank you.
I think everybody enjoyed it.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Thanks, Beck. And
sir,
I'm glad you're back and everything went well and you're feeling better. To you, Derek.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm feeling a lot better, really. I'm getting better every day. We had a little hump we had to get over there in the middle when I had to go back for a secondary procedure. But once I had that, everything's been going really great, so my recovery is going really good. So, another month or so, I'll be back to work. Unfortunately, nobody likes to go back to work. But that'll mean that's the conclusion of, my epic adventure of surgery, my very first surgery I ever had. And lucky me, it was like a major one. So, but I appreciate all the KINfolk and all their support they gave me during the whole time I was out and before I went in for surgery, all the little notes of kindness that they sent through through our Facebook page, through personal messages to me. I want to thank everyone from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. It was great. It's nice that we have such a great community that we built up right now. And, we just want to keep building that because that's what that's what we want. We want that kind of, community in our group where everyone gets along, everyone shares their ideas, and that we can do stuff like this that even brings us closer together. So it's awesome.
I think we should do it again.
I do agree. I think we will be.
Everybody's saying we should do it again.
They are saying we should do it again. I understand. Thank you very much. And that's what we will be doing. So we are going to do this again, folks. We will. And we will give everyone plenty of notice for it. Me and Nick, we put it out there. But like this one, literally, it went fast within 15, 20 minutes of when we went live to say the first X amount of people, 25 people, whoever comments right now, you're going to get a chance at getting one of the sample kits. It was gone like that. And it was the last time we had done that with the Weller? Yeah. The Weller was gone in like literally 5 minutes. The 17 samples.
Mike said tomorrow night.
Mike Achilles, actually, really great guy. He has the South Coast Whiskey Society Facebook page. He has that. He's also opening up a whiskey library in the town next to us, the Mary Celeste. Going to be starting up probably like December 1st. I talked to him the other day. So, he's going to be opening that up very soon. So discussing stuff with him, also some big stuff for us on our end, me and Nick. We're going to be going over there, perhaps doing some lives, maybe some video shoots going on from his location. If we can all work it out and, maybe the grand opening and whatnot, get into that spot and do a live from there as everything's going on, which would be amazing. Mike's a really nice guy, very knowledgeable himself in the whiskey world. So it'll be great. He plans on having a very extensive whiskey collection and wines also. It's going to be whiskey and wines over there. But really nice spot. Can't wait for it to open. But look up the Mary Celeste and you'll see where it's going in and what his big plans are.
And Darren says you need to charge more so that way you can take me out for dinner.
Yeah, I do need to charge more. My charges were underrated. I thought my shipping costs and whatnot were going to be a lot lower, but they weren't. So next time shipping is going to be a little bit more. Sorry, folks. It's not anything,
Sorry, no, they got a good deal.
Yeah, you got a heck of a deal on this one.
You don't have to apologize.
Yeah, I did. Next time I'll say sorry, but right now enjoy what you got because the next time it's going to be a little bit more. Yeah, it's going to cost more because of the shipping costs. But I'm glad.
And it will be free next time.
Yeah, no, it won't be. Next time it's going to have to because this was graciously done by Paul. Offered this up and then Nick made it into a flight and Paul said, "What happened? I was just doing a bottle." And Nick said it's going to be so Paul's doing a flight for us. And Paul was like, he texted me literally 2 minutes after the show ended that night. Paul's talking to me going, "What do you mean a flight?"
Karen's like, "What is this?
What did you agree to?"
No, man.
But yeah.
Oh,
so
by
thank
the
you.
way, I didn't tell you. I'm CBA. That's my pick. CBA.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I enjoyed the Jim Beam first, then the McKenna. I'm a huge McKenna fan. I actually have a bottle here, and we're probably gonna drink it.
Oh boy, there it is. McKenna's gone.
McKenna's gone.
I'll see if I can see my guy if I can find it for you again.
and then the last one. I liked all three of these. These were really good tonight. So thanks again to Paul, Becca, Derek.
Yes.
Glad you're back.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And thanks to all the kinfolk for watching tonight. We had quite a few viewers there for a while. Everybody was in on it, so that was awesome. And I mean, we had a lot of interaction, which is great. Maybe next time we'll set it up like Nick really wanted to have more of our kinfolk on with us. I can bring in up to 8 more people. Depending on how many people we have in here, but there can be 8 others. If it's just me and Nick, then that would be 9 other people I could have on the screen at the same time. So maybe we can work out something like that where I'll send you a link. You'd be able to sip along with us for one of the samples. Then we'd move on to another group and have them come in and have them speak about what they're getting and do it kind of that way. If that's something that you think would be interesting and you'd be down with, definitely put it in the comments. Let us know that you'd enjoy that also, because that would be something. It's not really much more work. It's just me sending you an email with a link to come in here. You just have to really have the setup for it. Either the computer, an iPad, or your phone and an earphone. And that's it. And then you could be live with us on the air and, sipping along with us, which would be something interesting to do in the future. Definitely.
Sure.
That was Nick. Nick really wanted to do that. And I was like, dude, right now it's like, he said that yesterday. It was like, there's not enough time for me to get all this in place right now. If everybody doesn't have the right setup, it's not going to work out and people are going to be frustrated and angry. And that's not what we wanted. So I think this worked out well for our first time with this. Next time, bigger. We'll go a little bit bigger, bring the kinfolk in with us, and you'll get to be live with us and sip along and tell us what you're getting live on the spot, so we can hold you to it right at the end and go, you were wrong, you were so wrong,
Go home, walk the plane.